So in the morning when I woke up, I had my clubs in my room with me, drying out, and I'd pick up the golf club and I'd go, okay, feels pretty good, okay? And then as I started swinging, I felt like I was hanging a little bit too hard with my left hand right here. And then all of a sudden I remember what Jack said, and I started loosening my forearm. My forearm relaxed, then my base of my neck and my traps relaxed and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden now I'm started swinging. Now this ball is going out there and the wind is not even affecting it. So, and from that moment onwards, is the saying that I said to myself on every time I got under pressure, make love to your fingers. Make love to your fingers. How many times we drive in a car and we get so frustrated, road rage, and our fingers get so tight around the steering wheel. If I'm driving a car now and I get frustrated, I make love with my fingers. I just caress your fingertips like that. And all of a sudden...
I don't know if I need that image right now, Greg. Let me compartmentalize and get that out of my head here. So after the conversation with Jack Nicklaus, loosened the grip, and this is how it played out for Greg Norman.
And now the man of the moment, Greg Norman.
Well, he's had his share of disappointments over the last few seasons, but this looks like being it. Come on now. Good grandstand finish. He's hit a thin one to the right. It'll just catch the green. Almost down where Gordon Brand was, and off they go. There he is. And it is a bit of a straight. He's through. Now, moments to savour. And the final one, hopefully, for Greg Norman. Yes, well done. He's done it at last. Greg Norman, 69. And great stuff. The champion for 1986.
How about that?
I still have all those sweaters that I wore.
Oh, yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I kept them, actually.
Excited? Relieved? How would you describe that feeling? You finally won.
I was relieved to get through the gallery, I can tell you that. It was crazy then because everybody's smashing on the back and congratulating you, obviously, and people's exuberance. You could feel it. So once it all happened, Jack was the first guy to come down and congratulate. He came out of the TV tower and first, when I hadn't even signed my scorecard, he reached down and congratulated me by the stairs. And so, yeah, definitely relieved. There's no question about it. You practice for those moments. You just hope those moments come. You hope they continue to come. But then you realize that I looked at the scoreboard and then just to remember who was on the board. And it was like the who's who were right behind me, knocking on the door, the Faldos, the Zollas, I know Gordon Brand was up there, but the Woosnams of the world. I mean, it was just, they all want to win them too. And if you can come out ahead of them a few more times than they can of you, that's what it's all about.
What'd your dad say?
Oh, my dad was proud of me, for sure. Obviously the TV cameras in Australia go over to their house in the morning because it's the wee hours of the morning. And, my dad was, you could tell he was proud. And you could tell at that time that he realized my decision 12, 13 years earlier to chase that road to get there was really the right decision. To hear him on the phone when I could get onto a landline to pick it up and talk to him, he was choked up.
1986 PGA, leading after 3 rounds again.
Yes, you're bringing up some really good stuff here.
Well, okay, but this brings me to a point that I think is lost on people. You had a chance for the career, you had a chance for the Grand Slam that year. You were playing well enough, you could have won all 4 majors. But I think the focus is always on what you didn't do. And I think that's the unfortunate part of this, that we do, in our society, we focus on a bottom line, did you win or did you lose? You got to be in contention to lose. Obviously, you got to be in contention to win, but I think that's been lost on people, especially when it comes to you. That's one of the greatest years in golf. And people don't look at it that way.
Well, that year I won, I believe, 11 golf tournaments.
Well, you're clearly the best golfer in the world.
Yeah, at that time I was. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You win the Open, and now you come to the PGA. So what are you thinking after 3 rounds and you're leading the PGA?
Oh, I thought I was going to, it's just, there wasn't anything going to stop me at the PGA Championship because I loved Inverness. I mean, I loved that golf course. It was just, had my style of golf written all over because I was a great driver at the golf ball. I didn't have any fear on any tee shot there. And obviously I was playing well to have the lead. And I didn't think anybody was going to beat me going into Sunday.